Could you imagine being at one of those notorious industry parties, walking into a room and seeing something shocking unfold before your eyes? What would you even do? That's exactly what Dame Dash is now revealing in some explosive new details, leaving people with their jaws on the floor. Let's dive deep into what Dame recently disclosed about the industry, the dynamics at his famous gatherings, and the jaw-dropping stories that have emerged. Dame Dash has never been one to hold his tongue or shy away from speaking the truth. The former co-founder of Rockefeller Records, alongside Jay-Z, has been a pivotal figure in the hip-hop industry for decades. But even for him, certain things were just too much to turn a blind eye to. He's now opening up about the kind of wild stuff that went down during the height of Rockefeller's success and why he kept his distance from certain people. According to Dame, if you're around shady behavior and choose to look the other way, you could end up being held accountable, if not legally, then karmically. He hinted at this while reflecting on the death of Aaliyah, the 22-year-old R&B superstar whose untimely demise shook the music world. Dame was dating Aaliyah at the time and was expecting to reunite with her soon after her trip. He revealed how the tragedy was a devastating blow and what it was like for him on that dark day. While recounting the painful memories, he shared his thoughts on how the industry can be a ruthless place, and sometimes the most unsuspecting things can happen. But the conversation didn't stop at reminiscing about Aaliyah. In a recent revelation, Dame began to pull back the curtain on the infamously murky side of the hip-hop scene, a world filled with high-stakes deals, exclusive parties, and sometimes questionable company. His recent remarks have added fuel to the already hot topic of industry insiders being privy to things that go far beyond music. Some fans speculate that these comments may have been sparked by the arrest of Sean "Diddy" Combs, which has set off a wave of people in the hip-hop community spilling long-held secrets. For those who may not know, Dame Dash and Jay-Z were once as close as brothers. They co-founded Rockefeller Records and brought it to prominence when the industry wasn't exactly welcoming them with open arms. Before the fame, Jay-Z faced constant rejection, with record labels repeatedly shutting the door on him. It was Dame's relentless belief in Jay-Z's potential that paved the way for the label's eventual success. Together, they built Rockefeller into a powerhouse that redefined the hip-hop business model. But as the label grew and more people got involved, tensions began to rise. Soon enough, Dame found himself clashing not only with other record executives, but even with his own Rockefeller partner. It all reached a boiling point when Jay-Z and Diddy started getting closer, effectively pushing Dame out of the equation. It was no secret that Dame didn't exactly get along with Diddy. He's long been critical of the kind of vibe Diddy's parties were known for. While speaking about the hip-hop world's evolution, Dame acknowledged that he's always had a different outlook compared to his peers. He mentioned that while some people in the industry chased fame and money relentlessly, he valued other things, like having a peaceful life and raising his family. In fact, he was willing to walk away from a lot of the glitz and glamour to achieve that. Dame disclosed that he was never the type to indulge in some of the wild behavior that became synonymous with certain hip-hop circles. He explained that while he couldn't confirm all the rumors about what went down at Diddy's infamous parties, there were definitely scenes he would never want to be a part of. He further stated that he avoided these situations because, unlike some other industry figures, he couldn't just look the other way or ignore questionable behavior. Going back to the mid-90s, when Dame Dash and Jay-Z were on the rise, they encountered countless obstacles. Dame spoke candidly about how, in those days, no one was willing to take a chance on Jay-Z. He tirelessly shopped Jay's music around to different record companies, all of which turned them down, citing reasons like Jay-Z's age, his unique flow, or his association with less successful acts. The industry was not rolling out any red carpets for them. So, they decided to build their own path with Rockefeller Records. But the power dynamics shifted drastically as Rockefeller's success skyrocketed. Dame recalled the very first signs of the shift happening. He shared a story from when Rockefeller secured a co-venture deal with Def Jam, where Def Jam's then-president liar Cohen immediately tried to assert control by asking Dame to handle disputes with other artists. Dame saw this as a test and resisted being manipulated into fighting battles on behalf of the label heads who had no personal investment in Rockefeller's culture or values. The situation grew even more complex as Jay-Z ascended to unprecedented levels of fame and his friendship with Diddy strengthened. At the same time, rumors began circulating about the nature of some of Diddy's private events, and industry insiders started whispering about certain freak-off parties. Although Dame didn't provide explicit details about what went down at these gatherings, he made it clear that there were things he heard about that didn't sit well with him. He stated that the environment wasn't something he could condone or take part in, no matter how exclusive the guest list was. The recent developments involving Diddy's arrest have reignited these discussions about what truly goes on behind the scenes in the world of hip-hop. With everyone now weighing in on the topic, Dame's comments add another layer of intrigue. He questioned whether some of these big industry figures, after years of chasing the high life, would trade all their success just to have a simple, drama-free life. He reflected on his own choices, sharing that the ultimate dream for him was not about fortune and fame, but about having a loving family and living a peaceful life. Dame's introspective comments bring attention to the personal sacrifices that can come with the price of fame. He openly admitted that his own journey has been filled with loss, whether it was losing loved ones like his mother and Aaliyah, or navigating complex relationships with the mothers of his children. He pointed out that in the end, it was the simple things, like spending time with his kids and being a present father, that brought him the most fulfillment. What's even more thought-provoking is Dame's reflection on how he managed to steer clear of all the controversial situations that have recently come to light. He attributes his avoidance of certain circles and situations to a strong moral compass and an unwillingness to compromise his values. As Dame said, whether or not the allegations against others in the industry prove to be true in a court of law, there's no denying that some questionable activities were taking place, and not everyone was willing to speak up about them. As we continue to learn more about the dark underbelly of hip-hop and the secrets that are now being unearthed, Dame Dash's revelations are a stark reminder of how fame can come at a steep cost. The industry's glamour often hides an ugly truth, and sometimes it takes someone with nothing left to lose to expose it. So, what do you think? Are Dame's claims just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to Hollywood and hip-hop secrets? Do you believe that more industry insiders will start speaking out? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for the latest updates on all the juiciest gossip.